That's yours.
Oh, okay.
Alright, welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm just going to straight away pass it over.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm part of the team here at Avid Climbing and also an online calisthenics coach. And today we're going to go through some calisthenics exercises to help climb.
How long have you been doing it for?
Calisthenics I've been doing off and on for about 5 years.
But then how long have you been climbing?
I'm coming up to 18 months. I've been afforded a much bigger margin of error than a lot of people that start climbing because of my calisthenics training.
Yeah, let's get cracking. Pat's just having a rant about Americans.
I was not.
Anyway, what are we going to start off with?
First exercise we're going to do is a front lever. We're going to start off with some of the easier aggressions and how to build up. And today, as we're all climbers, I'm assuming that you can already hang from the bar.
We thought it'd be a good idea just to keep it quite basic, and then if anyone else wanted to kind of try harder stuff, we'll obviously incorporate that in a different video.
The first regression we're going to do for front levers are called boat pose hold, which is you're going to sit on the floor, lay back as if you're going to do a crunch. When you lay down, you're going to naturally have this gap in your lower back. We're going to use our hips to close that gap. Engage our legs, keep them straight. Come here, hold for 5 seconds, and then we're going to build up. The ultimate goal is to be able to do 3 sets of one exercise, holding for 20 seconds. When you can do that, you're ready to move on. 2, 3, good. And again. 1, 2, 3, good.
Oh my God.
So I was holding a bar in front.
It's literally the same position.
It's a very good way of teaching you how to engage that leg, create tension with control, and then you can stick to the wall rather than hoping you catch it.
That and muscle ups, that's like the 2 biggest exercises that I see most people do.
Another word for a muscle up is you're mantling on a bar. You can do 10 pull-ups and 2 dips, you can do a muscle up, because that's all a muscle up is. It's a pull-up into a dip.
It's more like with the technique.
Not so much using momentum, because I think that's more of the CrossFit type muscle up.
Oh, is that when they do the worm?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do the worm and get above. Like if you just try and pull at the wrong time, it's going to be all strength and you're not going to get the bar, over the bar. If you wait, get the timing right and pull, it's going to be a mix of strength, momentum, technique, and it will happen. And the first time you get a muscle up, it will feel easier than you think. Exercise number 2 when learning the front lever is called skin the cat. And we're just going to hold on to the bar. We're going to keep our arms straight, no bend. And we're just going to slowly and controlled come over, back through. And that's 1 rep. Just go as far as you can to really get some shoulder stretch in, and it's more about the core control to rotate. That's more about yeah, see? Yeah, see?
How the hell did you stop that?
The move that this will lead into is what we call the tuck front lever. So it's basically doing the skin the cat, but we're going to put the brakes on halfway. So from here, we're going to come up to here, and then hold here. And that would be the intermediate front lever.
That's a lot of core. Was this one of your easy ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
This is more of a hard one to get your head round.
I don't, all videos that I've seen with bands have never turned out very good, but
no?
Well, no, because it tends to ping elsewhere.
But you can just, you will not believe how much this hurts, how much it helps, sorry.
How are you doing that?
Now is going to be the full front lever. You want a real tight grip of the bar, really squeeze it as if you're trying to crush a can. You also want to completely lock out. We want straight arms. We're going to retract the shoulder blades. So you're going to really engage your hips, quads, calves, and then we're going to try and hold out. And another tip, if you're struggling with this, if you can do a false grip, that'll also help you a little bit.
What's a false grip?
We're basically going to put our hands on the bar like this, and then we're going to come down like this. So we're actually on top of the bar, rather than pulling from the bottom. And that's going to give us more leverage to push the bar down and then bring our body up.
That's crazy, dude.
Okay, exercise number 2 is another one you've probably heard of, the L-sit. If you can do it on some sort of raised surface, it's actually going to be a little bit easier because when you do it off the floor, because you have less clearance, you're going to require more compression.
Okay.
So the first move we're going to do, we want our arms completely locked out. When we also lock out, you want your, what we call our elbow ditches, facing forward. So you don't want to sort of do this, you want to face them forward a little bit.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're just going to lift our bum off the ground. And then we're sort of just curling over.
But why are you curling?
Because when we get into the actual full L-sit later, you can't just kind of do this, you have to. And compress. The full L-sits are harder move than a lot of people realise.
I'm strong.
And we're going to go straight into the next aggression. Is just, again, but remember how engaging the leg point?
I'm not strong. That hurts my hip flexors.
The fact that you're feeling it in your hip flexors means that you're doing it right. Come up again and try and do it again with the other foot this time.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay.
So everyone does do things slightly different. We actually have like a kind of, I would call like an intermediary between this and the final L-sit. So with this, we're going to go up to do the same thing. But then we're going to pull this in.
That's easy enough.
What about getting...
Do you think I'm Jesus? There's no way I'm going to levitate by myself. Ow. What?
Try again.
Yep.
Bum up. Actually use this
Are you
leg.
using... Oh!
No, actually use it to
well,
push
you didn't tell me that.
No, I didn't before, but we're going to now. So, yep, so actually use your leg.
Yep.
Up. And now just kind of gently try to take the weight off your planted foot.
Are you insane?
But you see you got up to your toe? That's progress.
Can you feel that on your hamstring?
Yeah, hamstring and lower abs.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm feeling it in the right place. Okay.
And another, I wouldn't say it's a regression for the L-sit, but a very good exercise for it. Hold this and then just start. Leg raises.
Oh, like mini ones. Yep. What?
Compress a little bit and now what?
How? What?
Again, this kind of is a common move, but again, much harder than they look. Don't be demoralized or unmotivated if it feels like it takes you a long time to get through these regressions. It does take time.
How can this exercise help the climbing?
Again, for when you go into the full L-sit, we've only got one anchor point, like we would have on a wall, but we're learning to engage all of these muscles, our abs, our hips, legs, without them being anchored to the ground. Same way as you'd get onto a hold and get down and go, pull on and have to really compress.
Yeah.
This is going to
or like sit starts.
Exactly.
Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with the easy option. It makes me feel powerful.
Good, you did. And by the way, like the first time you get a muscle up, you feel amazing. But now we're going to move on to more sort of lower body strength. Last exercise we're going to do is the pistol squat, which again is just a very good, this is going to be mainly for our slab climbers. Then you know everyone who's done that high foot when your heel's right up by your bum and then everyone's screaming rock over and you can't move?
Yeah.
Probably lacking a little bit of strength. And so the first regression of the pistol squat we're going to do, you're going to hold the pole sort of around your belly button height, not that kind of pole. And you're going to lean back and it's like create a little bit of tension. And then as you come down into the pistol squat, I'm still leaning back to use the pole. And then if you don't have enough strength to push up directly, again, we can lean back with a tight grip. Ooh. Now that should help with your ankle flexion because you're not going to have so much flexion as you come down.
I don't know why I do have that.
There you go. Nice and slow and controlled. Easy.
Yeah. I can feel it on my glutes though.
It's what you want. No yoga, doesn't stretch, bendy ass.
Nope.
If you get some very light dumbbells, a lot of people think this makes it harder and it doesn't. We want them out here because it's going to act as a counterbalance. Cut that.
A man that doesn't give up. Well, maybe you should.
A lot of people think this makes it harder and it doesn't.
You got this. Maybe he doesn't. He really doesn't.
This does work, I promise, I'm not lying.
Yeah. 5th time's the charm.
I think that was at least the 7th. Other than that, a lot of strengthening with the hips is basically the more flexible your hips are, the stronger they're going to be. So stretch your hips, keep them open. When I started climbing and I was stiff, I couldn't. My hips were stiff.
It's so amazing how everything just goes together. Like even all the exercises that we've used today, like it would help you so much on the woody as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, and back we are. How are you feeling?
A little bit tired. If there was any point during that video that I was sounding breathy.
It was just for show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, I've got to try and make things look harder. The first thing we went through was the front levers. Definitely going to be very applicable to people that like climb and overhang and people like me who like cutting away and things like that. Then we went to the L-sit, what we said about sit starts, getting the tension on the footholds on the woody. And then the pistol squat. If you're a slab climber, get those legs nice and strong so you can get high feet. Do those at home, make it a habit, make it a lifestyle. Thanks for having me. I love sharing my knowledge.
It's just been incredible. The way that you explain things, you didn't make me feel dumb. I appreciate you taking the time.
No, my pleasure.
Do this.
Let us know in the comments if you want to see Ren try and learn how to muscle up.
No, thank you for watching.
So we one take just about everything apart from the high five.